Hello and welcome to the show. Well, it's the halfway mark in the National League Rugby season, but only for some of our teams. The Frost has postponed several fixtures in the third and fourth tiers, but we've got a winter warmer for you at Molesey Road. Esher are getting comfortable again in National 1 with 2 wins from 3 and fly half Sam Morley leading the way in the league with kicking. But Darlington Mowden Park arrive with the same form, having shocked Cinderford and pushed Sale FC all the way. This meeting of high scoring sides promises to be a Christmas cracker. Electric start from Esher. Crowd are certainly behind them. That was bullets. DMP try for the turnover, but it's a penalty. On the 22, it's certainly in striking distance, and you can guess who's going to take this one. Sam Morley, 123 points before today on this crisp, still winter afternoon. You can make that 3 more. The Morley kicking machine continues to churn out the points, and it's an early Esher lead. DMP have recent form for striking early. Frains finds Craggs, Pascoe takes it quickly, Franklin, lovely dummy, gets it back from the fly half, a bit of a juggle, and all Henry Hadfield has to do is surge over the line. That is the danger from a Darlington Mowden Park team at full pelt. The awareness from Franklin caused the confusion for Esher and created a gaping hole for Hadfield to drive through. The host lead lasted just 4 minutes. What a start in Surrey. Brilliant run from Hodgson, the captain siving through. Thompson drags him down. Advantage is coming to the visitors. Minogue kicks it through. They're looking for a player to reach it, but that won't happen. It just trickles away, but a penalty it is, and it's nothing more than Darlington Mowden Park deserve. Minogue, he's having a good season, third top point scorer on 96, and that puts him 1 off the century. A dominant 20-minute spell sees the northern side flip the game on its head. Rawstrom Rudd, the crowd at Molesey Road sensing something here. Thompson has to go digging for the ball. Skubordis flicks it to Atkins. Oh, he's found a gap in the Darlington defence. Hadfield exposed, and this is Thompson! He loves playing here, the scrum half. It's his second try in 2 consecutive home games, and Esher have willed themselves to a first try of the afternoon. Here's Sam Morley for parity. No doubt. 10-all at half-time. What a game we have. Deceptive bounce falls to Rawstrom Rudd. Now the bodies pile in for Esher. Bullock sweeps it wide. Well, it bounces again to Pasogbon. Atkins, he'll go for another run. He's past Barron, back onto the try line, and he gets it out to Walsh. Oh, the flanker's done it again. The ex-London Irish man is strutting his stuff, and it's the current London Irish Academy style of his first try since mid-November, and more importantly, Esher lead on the hour. What have DMP got? Both sides have endurance. Mackenzie intercepted by Fitzgerald. Passman in the right place, looking for a 15th try of the season. Hadfield, Esher stretched to defend, but they're outnumbered. Here's Jones, and he'll find Callum Mackenzie. Dizzying from DMP, and a chance to regain the lead. What have Darlington Mowden Park got? There's the answer. Minogue for a 1-point lead. No problem. Century hit, lead restored, 13 minutes to hold on. Here come Esher. Well, there's the advantage. Bullock, Morley, as it's a Walsh, leaps over the tackle. Drifting across. So tense. A kick through from the scrum half. Waters chases it down. We go back, and this is a massive opportunity. 9 minutes to go. Morley steps up. He's been spot on today, and that could be the difference in this nail-biting contest. DMP blew into Molesey Road like the winter cold, but it won't be a blue Christmas for Esher with that superb performance. The star on their tree, Sam Morley, shines again. Full-time, Esher 18, Darlington Mowden Park 17.
We'd seen them obviously in the videos, and we'd seen that they can get the ball wide. I mean, they've got some good boys in the midfield, and they did that in the first half. And we really felt we had to get our defensive line set and get a bit more width on the defence. And I think we did that in the second half. In the last 15 minutes, it was just a really, really courageous effort that got us over the line.
Well, another winning moment for that man, Sam Morley, as well.
You know, Sam, at crucial times, he steps up, and he did again with that penalty. So, I would say, thank God we've got Sam Morley.
So what do we should now need to do? Obviously, barring the obvious, winning the games, getting the try. What do they need to do in order to stay in National 1 for next season?
We've got to keep the faith, we've got to keep playing and keep trying to improve every week. And I think with the experience that we're gaining, I'd like to think that the wins will come. I mean, it's going to be hard because it's a tough league. But, we've got to keep working towards it, and hopefully at the end of the season we'll be in a position in the league that we feel that we justify, and we'll just keep doing our best.
There's only one place to start, and that's Carrington. This top four clash saw Rugby Park continue their scoring form with Sam Garvey just 12 minutes in. But Sale FC soon hit back with a carbon copy try from Joshua Brown, a crucial conversion from James Robbins, giving the hosts a narrow lead. Just before the break, Sebastian Cecil scored the Greater Manchester side's second try, only being answered by Craig Holland penalty for a 6-point lead. It took Sale FC 20 second-half minutes to extend their lead for the second time when Fergus Mulcrone repeated his feats from February with a superb effort. Rugby Park quickly answered back through their pack as substitute hooker Charlie Piper scored just 1 minute after to put fans on the edge of their seats. But victory would be sealed by Tumi Onasanya powering over for a bonus point win to give themselves a major boost in the championship promotion race. In Somerset, there was a lively opening for Birmingham Moseley as Zakil Smith and Samuel McNulty put them 12-0 ahead just 15 minutes in at Veritas Park. But Taunton Titans bounced back in the 33rd minute, using their pack power to maximum effectiveness, with Sam Pryor scoring a converted try. Moseley have endured struggles on the road this season, but had a near immediate response to the hosts as McNulty bagged his second try of the afternoon. Tony Yap was able to get his side going at the break, club top scorer Charlie Wright scoring 7 minutes after the restart for a nervy 5-point gap. Step up Freddie Painter, the Birmingham Moseley replacement, ghosted his way through the Titans' defence for a bonus point try as the debutant left jaws on the floor. Connor Banks nabbed a third try for the Somerset side. They couldn't stop Adam Balding's side taking a first away win of the season on the 128-mile journey home.
All credit to Taunton though for getting the game on. Thought their ground staff did an amazing job. Our travelling support again was absolutely sensational with their Christmas hats on. They were certainly in the festive mood, and what better way for us to sign off our last away fixture of 2022 with our first actual away win, which was absolutely superb.
And there was more drama at Dockham Road. An active first quarter saw a try from Cinderford's Nathan Taylor in the 8th minute, answered quickly by Rams' William Partington. The league leaders suffered their first defeat of the season last week, and Declan Fissenden's score 23 minutes in suggested another tough afternoon. Things got going again after the break for Cinderford, thanks to Mike Austin's boot and George Gladding capitalising on the visitors' sloppy passing for a third try. As the host scrum half continued to kick points, Seb Reynolds' team appeared to be kicking back into gear with 11 minutes to go with Oliver Moffat's drive to the line. And there was cause for some home fans to have sweat on their brows when Henry Bird grabbed a third try for Rams, though a wide kick ensured they couldn't compete. The day well and truly belonged to the Foresters, capping off their win with a Sean Knight try as Rams took nothing from a game for the first time since April. While 3 games were called off, there was still plenty of excitement in National 1 with 24 tries in 4 games. Find out more about our partners VO at ncarugby.com. 2 games tighten the top 5. Rams and Sale are separated by just 30 points scored. Cinderford are 11 off the summit. Darlington Mowden Park's losing bonus puts them back in the top half. There are 4 points between Chinner and Leeds Tykes. Esher are out of the bottom 2 for the first time since the end of September.
Don't forget National League Rugby is live this Friday for the Berks Box Bash. Join myself, Chris Hill and Joe Harvey at Old Bath Road on December 16th for an early Christmas treat in Rams vs Chinner. And the best part is it's free to watch right here on the National League Rugby YouTube channel. We hope you'll join us wherever you are. The weather took its biggest toll on National 2 North with just 2 fixtures this weekend, the first of them coming from Hare Lane.
Chester came out on the wrong side of a tight clash with Rotherham Titans last week, but were fired up here as Gethin Long got proceedings started 7 minutes in. Harrison Vare added a second shortly after, following a missed Wharfedale tackle, but missed conversions by Liam Reeve saw Wharfedale just 10 points behind. The North Yorkshire side soon got in on the act though, when second row Ryan Carlson finished off some nice interlinking play between forwards and backs. Dale then added a second following a break by Rob Baldwin. The ball eventually found its way to Oscar Canny, who scored in the corner. Rob Davidson kicking for the lead. Reeve would set his sights before the break on regaining the lead, as prop Tom Furnival then gave Chester some breathing room for the host's third try. Davidson then took his place on the stage with 10 points in 8 minutes, but an 80th minute penalty from Reeve would give the battle of the kickers to Chester.
Yeah, it's just massively privileged to play for the sort of club I've been at since I was at Colts. Played with some awesome players. It's a brilliant club, brilliant sort of community feel. Love every bloke that's in the team, and we're getting there. Just come up the wrong side past couple of weeks, but the intent's there. The wins will come.
And an upset at Lightfoot's Green Lane. Preston Grasshoppers left Rotherham Titans hopping out of the blocks. Will Hunt's penalty giving them the lead 4 minutes in. Soon afterwards, they had a first try scored by Tyler Spence, following a brilliant crossfield kick from Hunt. Titans again being slow to get going. And this would be punished on the 10-minute mark again by the Preston winger. Hunt again the architect, as Titans' third defeat in 4 games already looked inevitable. The visitors did get on the scoreboard though, Corbin Ollivant hitting a couple of penalties either side of a superb 27th minute drop goal from Hunt. Titans finally scored their first try with 27 minutes to go when Marcus Payne forced his way over following good forward pressure, leaving them 7 points behind Preston. They then had another when Callum Bustin finished off a powerful driving maul, but Ed Keohane's penalty would give the Hoppers a surprising third win of the season. With both games decided by fewer than 5 points, they certainly kept the regular dose of drama in National 2 North, despite 5 games being frozen off. With the top 4 sides all out of action, the situation's unchanged. Chester get revenge on Rotherham Titans with a leapfrog thanks to the efforts of Preston Grasshoppers. There are no changes at the bottom, but the win in the North West puts the Lancashire side 10 points clear of relegation and only 8 off Wharfedale.
Let's head 16 miles south as Dorking look to capitalise on the Nat 2 East leaders' postponed game.
As Jack Frost called off the game at the big field, Sevenoaks and Tunbridge stayed defiant for a first meeting in over a decade, but took 36 minutes to get going. After Hugo Watson put the visitors in pole position for a 10th try, Pete Dankert's were in cruise control on 55 minutes when Duncan Tout made his way over at Noel Paddock. Tom White was certainly not put off by the cold and took advantage of Sevenoaks' defensive errors, kicking a penalty for a 100% record on the hour. The Oaks finally had a response to the TJs as top scorer Ben Adams found the line, but this came in the 80th minute, the promoted side returning to consecutive defeats.
True test and true local derby at the paddock today. Credit to Sevenoaks for getting the game on. Seb and the boys are very happy with the way we held them out till very late in the game, where we let them score a very nice try, but for the best part of 78 minutes we defended very well. But winning away from home is always good.
And a Christmas treat at Canterbury, whose welcome to Henley Hawks was brutal as Tom Halliday thundered over after 2 minutes at the Marine Travel Ground. But this would be Canterbury's only try of the match, and the Hawks were quick to respond, with Sam Lunnan opening the scoring for the visitors 3 minutes later. It's been a tough few weeks for the Buckinghamshire side with inconsistent results, but they countered Frank Reynolds' kicking with a stunning Ryan Crowley try. The boot of the host's kicker was red hot in the freezing conditions. He slotted 2 penalties before half-time to keep the home side in the mix. Henley's final try came courtesy of Crowley again, ripping the ball from Canterbury like candy from a baby. Lunnan finished off this beauty with his second score of the afternoon. While Reynolds added 3 more points in the second half, Canterbury will be hoping there's a new lease of life coming as their winless run was extended to 5 games. 2 narrow scores in National 2 East as 4 games were postponed the morning of kick-off. These fixtures will take place on the first or second weekend of February. Blackheath stay ahead as Tunbridge Juddians are now third, the lack of a 4th try putting them below Old Albanian. Henley Hawks win means just 9 points separates the top 7. Top half wins means it's as you were at the bottom. Canterbury earned the only point. Westcliffe's decision not to play against Dorking keeps them rock bottom.
And let's finish in National 2 West as Clifton and Leicester Lions battled it out for the lead at halfway.
But this would be a shock for the Bristol side. Loughborough jumped out of the blocks as number 8 Matt Hackley opened the scoring with a smashing catch and drive. The Herefordshire side strength has come in their pack, but they had to wait 5 minutes into the restart for a second try, Connor Danon barging over from the same move. Loughborough were making their first visit to Station Road, and after Louis Silver's penalty, a third trip over the line came 10 minutes later, with Giles Morrell darting over. Clifton are the second top scoring side in National League Rugby, but it took just over an hour to get on the board. Alex Howman showing the team's traditional running style. The cold would not be the only punishing factor on the day, as 3 more tries would follow for Loughborough. Seb Robinson Hall securing the brilliant bonus point try. 1 more try for forwards and backs came from Tom Smith and Josh Knott, Loughborough being the first team to put 6 on Clifton since round 2's defeat to Dings Crusaders. This opened up a big opportunity for Leicester Lions to pull away, and they appeared to be grabbing that 10 minutes in when Chester Owen strolled over. Exeter University were playing their first home game since the start of November, and it took them 20 minutes to get into the contest, as Sam Walker pulled off a dummy and break from the line. Gareth Collins' side though are unbeaten on the road in 5 games, a lot of it thanks to their rolling maul. Hooker Oliver Taylor scored an impressive try here. Topsham was feeling the winter effect as half-time loomed, but Exeter used it to their advantage, picking up some lessons in rolling mauls, which Josh Thorne took on. But the Lions ensured they wouldn't be upstaged. Aston Gradwick Light scored the 5th try in an encapsulating first half of rugby for a 6-point lead. It was all to play for, but the winner came in the 51st minute, scored by the ever-reliable Devon Constant, his 9th try of the season. Let's head to the West Midlands as Starbridge's woes look to be coming to an end with a lively start. Mark George powering over the line just 6 minutes in. Barnstable were coming off a huge win at Pottington Road last week, and 2 tries in 3 minutes put them in control. Nathan Bayett and Tom Clark scoring. The Stoughton Park side came back into the contest on 27 minutes, with Mark Mosley scoring in consecutive home games, but his kicking was off the mark. The hosts were back in action after a delayed game against the Lions last week, and they lacked consistency, which saw Brandon Moore extend Bareham's lead again. There would be a 6th try in a rollercoaster first 40 minutes. It would be scored by George again, but it was the last Starbridge would score. 7 second-half minutes would win the game for Barnstable, as front row power from Ash Crouch and Bayett gave the North Devon side back-to-back wins.
We fought it out, it was really tight. Set piece kind of ruled the first half. We needed to come out in the second half and put in a really good defensive performance, and that's what we did. That's 2 games in 2 wins, and hopefully we can carry it on to 1 more before Christmas break. So good for the lads, I thought they were outstanding.
At the Nest, fellow Birmingham side Bourneville set the early pace when Max Craven slotted over a penalty just 10 minutes into this bottom half contest. And when Ashley Scriven dropped over the whitewash with help from the Maul 15 minutes later, Bourneville looked to be easing their relegation concerns. Only 1 game at Hornets home has been decided by more than 5 points, and they started to fight back 3 minutes later when Charlie Carter slotted a penalty. And when Bourneville's Lewis Hall was sin-binned on the hour, it prompted an onslaught from the Hornets, Dan Bailey the first to take advantage. With the scores level, up stepped the Weston-super-Mare side's Matthew Parker, sealing victory with 7 minutes to go for another pulse racer at the Nest. And a marvellous game in the Midlands, Loughborough Students started off quickly with Try of the Month winner Charlie Cadogan breaking through. But Redruth came back immediately, with a solid pack and maul causing problems throughout the game, as hooker Richard Brown went over 7 minutes later. The host scrum half John Mason extended their advantage with a fine finish, and at half-time the Students deserved their 21 points to 10 lead over the Cornishmen. The visitors came out the better side and dominated the restart. When the Students' Finn Canduff was sin-binned, Brown dropped over the line again for the lead. The last 10 minutes was dominated by penalties, with Thomas Smith edging the Students back in front, only for Fraser Honey to reply for the Reds immediately. Smith was again successful with the extra 3 to lead again on 76 minutes, but for the second week running, Loughborough succumbed to an 80th minute penalty. Honey was the hero. Well, a rather normal day in National 2 West despite the cold, with plenty of try-scoring action. Check out the YouTube channel for loads of exciting content. Leicester Lions surge 6 points clear and have a game in hand. Wins for Redruth and Loughboroughians push them up 1 place in what's looking like a topsy-turvy top half. Loughborough Students continue to pull away from the mid-table chasers, but it was a bad weekend for Newport Salop as they are pushed down 2 places.
Well, that's it from Surrey, as Esher get an early Christmas present with a Darlington Mowden Park win. What a way to reach halfway. See you next week. What's up guys, Warren Muggleton here reporting from Esher Rugby Club. Thank you so much for watching that National League Rugby video. For more from the 3rd and 4th tiers of English rugby, then subscribe just over here. And don't forget to click the bell too so you're notified when new content is published. That one there, they're halfway through the season now, plenty to get your teeth into.